Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into something that's at the very heart of the Indian Constitution, our fundamental rights and our fundamental duties. This is the stuff that really defines what it means to be a citizen of India, so let's get straight to it.
So let's just start with this big question, right? What does it actually mean to be an Indian citizen? It's so much more than just having a passport or living here. It's really about a relationship with the nation, a kind of contract that's defined by a set of promises on one side and responsibilities on the other.
And the official rule book for that whole relationship? Well, it's the Constitution of India. You can think of it as the ultimate source code for the country. It's the document that grants us all these incredible rights, but it also lays out what's expected of us in return.
Okay, so let's break this down into the simplest terms. On one hand, you've got rights. These are your guarantees. They're what the law protects for you no matter what. And on the other hand, you've got duties. These are your responsibilities, what you give back to the country, to society, and to your fellow citizens. One is what you get, the other is what you give. It's all about that perfect balance.
So let's kick things off with the really exciting part, the promises. We're about to walk through the 6 fundamental rights. These are essentially the core guarantees that the nation makes to every single citizen to ensure we can all live a life with dignity and freedom.
That's right. There are 6 of them. 6 major fundamental rights, all laid out in Part 3 of the Constitution, specifically from Articles 14 to 32. And you have to understand, these aren't just nice ideas or suggestions. They are legally enforceable. They are the absolute bedrock of our democracy.
First up, the big one. The right to equality. This is so fundamental. It basically says that in the eyes of the law, it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, or what you believe. Everyone is equal. It's a powerful statement against discrimination and a promise that everyone gets a fair shot.
Next, we have the right to freedom. And what's amazing here is just how much this covers. We're talking about your freedom of speech, your right to express yourself, to gather peacefully, even the freedom to move and work wherever you want in India. And it also includes the incredibly important right to education for kids. It's a massive pillar of a free society.
Our third right is a vital shield for every citizen, the right against exploitation. This is what protects people from things like forced labor or human trafficking. It's a right that defends our basic human dignity and says very clearly that nobody can be treated like a commodity.
Number 4 is the right to freedom of religion. Now, in a country as diverse as India, you can imagine how crucial this is. It guarantees every single person the absolute freedom to follow their own faith, to practice it, and to share it, without the government telling them what to believe.
And fifth, we have cultural and educational rights. You know, this one is so thoughtful because it's specifically designed to protect our minority communities. It gives them the right to protect and carry on their own unique cultures, languages, and traditions, often by setting up their own schools. It shows the Constitution isn't just about tolerance, it's about active preservation.
And finally, we come to the 6th right, which you could argue is the most powerful of them all, the right to constitutional remedies. I mean, think about it. What good are all those other rights if there's no way to enforce them? Well, this right is the key. It gives every citizen the power to go directly to court if any of their rights are violated. It's what turns all these promises from just words on paper into real, living protections.
Okay, we've talked about what the nation gives you. Now let's flip that coin over and talk about your role in the nation. It's time to look at the 11 fundamental duties, which you'll find in Article 51A. It's interesting, these were actually added later in 1976 to serve as a reminder that being a citizen is, well, a two-way street.
So the first bunch of duties really focuses on our shared national identity. It's about respecting the basics, the Constitution, the flag, the anthem. But it's also deeper. It's about holding on to the noble ideals from our freedom struggle, protecting India's unity, and promoting a spirit of brotherhood that rises above all our differences.
The next set of duties is really all about progress, building a better India for tomorrow. This includes preserving our incredible cultural heritage, and this is a cool one, developing a scientific temper, basically a mindset of reason and curiosity. It's also about protecting public property, pushing for excellence in everything we do, and a duty for parents to make sure their kids get an education.
And there's one duty that really deserves its own moment in the spotlight: protecting our environment. This isn't just some nice-to-have idea, it's a profound responsibility we have to the future. The Constitution is literally asking every single one of us to help protect our forests, our rivers, and our wildlife. It's a recognition that our future depends on the health of our planet.
So you see what's happening here. We've got what you get, and we've got what you give.
But the real magic, the whole point of this system, is understanding that these aren't separate things. They are completely intertwined in this perfect, delicate balance.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? Rights and duties are two sides of the very same coin. You really can't have one without the other. Think about it. Your right to free speech is balanced by your duty to promote harmony. Your right to equality is strengthened by your duty to treat others with respect. They need each other to work. They are totally inseparable.
All right, before we finish up, let's just do a super quick run-through of those 6 fundamental rights, just to make sure they stick. You ready?
Okay, so remember, it all starts with the right to equality, which opens the door to our incredible right to freedom.
We're all protected by the right against exploitation.
We have the personal right to freedom of religion.
Our diverse communities are safeguarded by cultural and educational rights.
And the powerful glue that holds it all together is the right to constitutional remedies. Got it? Awesome.
And that really brings us to the final thought I want to leave you with. Knowing your rights is one thing, and it's incredibly empowering. But being a good citizen means more. So the real question is, are you actively fulfilling both sides of that coin? Something to think about.